Hey everyone, I wanted to jump on real quick just to do a quick tutorial of the new mascara makeup that I've been raving about. So I'm pretty excited to share with you guys this newfound love of mine. And so I'm just going to jump right into it. Start with the Stay Spray. This is a primer. It can also be for setting spray, but I like to use it as a primer and put it all over your face. This is what's going to help keep that makeup on all day long. To ignore my clothes, I'm just kind of hanging around the house today. Okay, so that's the Stay Spray. I usually wait just a couple of minutes for it to dry. We're only going to use a few of the products today because to start you really don't need that much. We're going to start with the two highlights and a contour, a blush, and then I'll show you how I set the makeup. So I'm not going to do eyes or anything like that. I just want to show you how this makeup itself works. That way if there's any questions you can let me know. Alright, so we're going to jump right into it. So I'm going to use mostly just this brush today. This is a 30-second hack brush. This is the one that I would recommend you buy when you first start off with this product. And essentially the two highlights actually just act as your foundation. So highlight number 1 is going to go basically all over my face, and then highlight number 2 is going to go wherever I want to brighten, like underneath my eyes. So we're just going to take a little bit on the brush and actually find my mirror. There we go. This is going to help cut the redness, get some even coverage. And I have posted a link on my page to click on if you're interested in shopping. But before you do that, definitely let me know so I can color match you. And then that way you know you're getting the right colors from the get-go. And I've sent instructions on how to take an appropriate picture so that the color matching, you know, I can get the color matching down pat. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. Let's see here. So again, this is just going to go all over. Now you can already tell I usually am pretty red naturally, and so it makes a big difference for me in terms of just smoothing out my complexion. And I'm sure you can already see drastic difference. And because this is cream makeup, it's it builds upon each other. So the more layers you put, the more coverage you can get. And then you can also just do a thin layer if you don't like, you know, a lot of coverage. You just kind of want to even things out. I probably do somewhere in the middle. I like kind of medium coverage, especially if I have blemishes or something going on that I want to, you know, hide. Let's see. My skin has been so dry this winter. I don't know if you guys are dealing with the same thing or not, but it is driving me crazy. So again, you're just going all over where you would normally put foundation. And I'm going to post this video for everybody for later use. Okay, so there's our base. So again, this is just this first highlight, and what I'm using today is June. And then my second highlight, I'm going to use the same brush, this end of the 30-second hack. And I think I'm using White Peach here, if I'm not mistaken. And then so I'm going to put this all around my eye. I put it on my eyelid. And you're going to get in there really well because you want to make your eyes look brighter. So I'm sure you guys can see this difference. It's kind of embarrassing and ridiculous, but this is just quickly, we've been on here for just a couple of minutes and already massive difference. So Never want to leave the house with this one again. Again, I'm just doing a quick, basic mascara makeup tutorial. Just want you to see how this product works. Okay, so now our eyes are even. And another place I like to put that second highlight, again, is right down the bridge of my nose. And that's going to be kind of for starting the contour. So don't panic if you don't know how to contour, if you haven't done it before. Again, very easy. This company makes it very easy. Okay, so contour, moving on. I think I'm using shadow today. But again, that color match, I can help you pick out the right colors for your skin tone and what you're trying to achieve. And I'm still using the 30-second hack brush, but I'm using the other end of it. And you're just gonna put it in there and then find your cheekbone and just stipple it on. And don't worry about blending right now. We're gonna do that in a minute. So right now it's just about getting it on and getting it where you want it to be. So I'm sure you can already see the difference just from that. So same thing on the other side. Sorry if I block you guys. So we're stippling it on, trying to create the illusion of cheekbones. If you're lucky enough to have them, lucky you. I did not have that luck. Sorry if you can hear my dog. So again, not really blending, just kind of getting it on there. Don't panic, we're not going to leave this line. So more contour, and to give that nice oval shape, we're going to go right around the forehead. I also will give you cheat sheets on how to contour. I can mail them or drop them off so that you have it right in front of you, but the easiest thing, you can always just jump on and watch this video. Okay, again, not blending, just getting that look in there. And then the other place I like to use a little bit is I like to do right here just to create the shadow. I think you can see it, of a jawline to match the oval look that we're going for. So I almost wish I could have my before just sitting right next to me so you guys could see how ridiculous, because you kind of forget what the before looks like once you get going. Okay, so I am actually going to switch from this brush to another one just real quickly to do the contour on the side of my nose. So this is actually the detail hack brush, and you don't need this for this part, but the reason I like to do it is I have I don't even know what it's called, a knot right there, and so it's easier for me to use a thicker brush to try to hide it. So the plan is to shadow where you want your nose to look thinner, however it is. Everybody's nose shape is a little different. And like I said, I have that knot that I like to kind of try to cover. And if you remember, I put that second highlight in the middle. That again was to kind of start the contour on my nose. And I actually pull mine down a little right here because I want to shadow that knot. Alright, so I'm sure you guys can see kind of what's happening here. And here's the thing too, if you ever mess anything up, a lot of people get nervous about that. Look how easy it is to go back. So let's say I overdid it in the middle, I just go back, get a little bit more of that highlight, and right back down the middle. Okay, so we're getting close, guys. So we've got our contour, we've got our highlights, and we've only used 3 products so far, and as soon as I blend this, I actually would feel comfortable walking out the door. But I'm just going to show you a couple more things that I do before I walk out the door, and different ways to blend this. So 2 ways that you can blend it. You could use a blender sponge, which most people know and are familiar with. These you want to wet them and then completely like strain them out before you actually use them on your face, so they don't pick the makeup back off. And then the other option is I like using another one of the mascara brushes, the fluffy end of it, along with, I'll show you, the Vanilla Dust setting powder. And I'm just going to take it out because it's in a larger kit. So here's Vanilla Dust setting powder. Again, this is another magnet that pops right into your compact, and I typically like to start with this while blending around my cheeks. And again, I go back and forth. Sometimes I use a blender brush, sometimes I want to use this. I don't know, there's no rhyme or reason as to why I'm doing it. And you can see it's already blending in, so we don't have that, you know, appearance of a line, but I still have the shape that I was going for. Okay, a little bit more. You guys can hear my boys singing in the background. They're singing from that new movie Smallfoot, which is really good if you haven't seen it yet. I'm going to do a little bit more up here. Somehow Caden learns the words to every song, like after hearing it once. He's our little performer. Oh, and ignore my hair. I haven't actually fixed it today. Okay, so we're getting it all blended. And like I said, another option, I'll show you that too, is to use your blender sponge. Sometimes when I use this, I actually will use, instead of water, I'll put the Stay Spray on. And the Stay Spray that I use has SPF 30 in it, so as we all know, you should not go out in the side, sun or otherwise, without any SPF on. And so this is a good way to get that. You can also, you know, use this Vanilla Dust setting powder if you want to do it that way. So there's lots of different ways that you can blend using the sponge. So I like using the sponge around my eyes where I put that second highlight, which, like I said, for me is called White Peach. I don't know why I like doing it like that. I just feel like the sponge gets in there a little bit better or something. I don't know. Like I said, there's no rhyme or reason. Everybody does it a little bit different. It's all preference. If you watch all the makeup videos like I do all the time, I mean, everybody does it so different. It's crazy. Okay, and then I'm going to do a little bit more for my nose. So definitely don't want to leave the house with that stark line. All right. So already much better, as you can see. And then I'm going to show you a couple more steps. Again, I would be perfectly fine just heading out like this. I feel like I don't really have on makeup, but I do. It's all up to what you're comfortable with. Okay, so blush. So I'm going to use Nude, which is this color right here. I feel like it's kind of a universal color. And what I love about their blushes is they also double as lipstick. So it's kind of nice. You can just throw this in your car, in your purse, and have it for dual purpose so that you're not having to carry around a ton of stuff. So then blush, as most of you know, you're just going to put right there on the apple of your cheek and kind of run it up your cheekbone. It kind of goes like right where your contour is a little bit, where your contour is blended anyway, and as little or as much as you like for the color and the look you're going for. I usually just like a tad color if I'm not doing crazy eyes, which I don't plan on today. So there's that. I'll show you how you can use it for lip color also. But before I do that, again, blend it with the vanilla dust and a brush or a sponge, whatever you're comfortable with. And then here's a product that I have fallen in love with. I actually really like using a setting spray after I get that part of my face done. Like I said, Maskcara has one, but I tend to just use this as primer. I like continuous mist sprays for setting sprays. So this is a brand I found that I really like, Morph. I just got it on Amazon, so I think it's probably like 20 bucks, and this will last you for a while. And basically you're just going to maybe like 8 inches away from your face, just spray, and then we're going to let it dry a little bit. And then because I like kind of a matte look, oh, this is matte spray, but just to make sure, because I get a little oily sometimes, I go back and add a little bit more translucent powder right on top of it. So again, this is going to help make sure that your makeup stays all day. You don't really need touch-ups. If anything, if you're like me, you might touch up a little bit where you have oil coming through, but it shouldn't be much more than that. So let's see. Okay, so the other product that I really like is this Air Spun. This is that translucent face powder I mentioned, and you can use this as setting powder also. So if you don't want to use a spray, or you find that you don't want to use mascara setting spray, you know, afterwards, like I was saying, then this is a really good one to use. And actually, what I do not to get too much is I have a brush, and I just take it from the sponge itself. It would help if I have a mirror so I can see what I'm doing for you guys. And again, I kind of just put it all over, especially where I don't want there to be shine. If you know how to bake with your powder, and if you don't, I can do a video on that. You can use this for that, and it works really well also. So my light is acting up on me, so just ignore it. Another one of the products that I like from them is their highlight. So they have cream and powder highlight. I tend to use the powder highlight more, and honestly, I think it's easy if you just put it on your finger and then put it on kind of high cheekbone area. The purpose of this is really just to catch the light and give a youthful appearance. Again, there's a few different options that I can show you guys in terms of the highlight. They're all great. I really like them. Okay, again, we're just kind of catching the eye with the shimmer. Another place you can put the highlight that I really like is right here at the tip of the nose. Again, it's giving that youthful appearance, and you can also put it here to give the appearance of your lips kind of popping, if you can see it. So a couple of different ways you can use that. And then the only other thing I was going to show you guys, I think, was some of the other colors. So there's a wide range. So when I say wide range, like, I mean, no matter what your skin tone is, I'll be able to find something that'll work for you. So these are a lot of the highlights and contour options. Here's a lot of the lip and cheek options, and a couple more contours in there. And then I have quite a few shadows and highlights, and my vanilla dust setting powder like I showed you guys. So they have so many choices. It's really an amazing company and amazing products. So I hope this helps you guys. If you're not talking described it, this shouldn't take more than 5-6 minutes. But I am excited to get your products out to you, and if you have any questions, let me know. Bye.